Happy 11/11. What a beautiful portal we're in right now. It is such the energy of I just keep hearing being and receiving. And being firm with your boundaries and knowing. Oh, hi. It's Davi Jenda from @WeLightBeans or @figure.8.energy on Instagram. And I have a giant clothes mess behind me. I'm going to cover up, actually. There. Good as new. I would have cleaned it up before this video, but you know, when both of the boys are napping, it's just like I could spend that time cleaning or I could spend that time doing something else, like wire wrapping, because whenever I wrap with Rian, I have to be prepared to know that my crystals are going to become unorganized and they're going to be everywhere. I still have this is funny actually. I call these booby bubbles. They're like these little mommy milk catchers for like to catch like the extra milk that comes out the other side. And this is what happened to my other box of organized things. He took my booby bubble and put all the crystals in them, and I can't tell you how many times he was dumping this out and putting it back in. I'm still finding little bits of crystals everywhere. So I'm like, well, he's asleep, so let me do this. One of the many things that I do is people ask me to wrap stones for them or to create jewelry pieces for them. And so somebody gave me a piece of rainbow pyrite. There we go. For them, or to wrap for them in some copper, you know, to amplify it and so that they can attach it to a piece of, like, make it more of an adornment for them. Fun fact, this is actually heat treated. The rainbow iridescent sheen on it is not natural, but it's really pretty. And you know, colors still have their own eminence as well, so this is gonna probably resonate more with the third eye and the throat chakra as well. So, oh, I want to tell y'all about the clothes mess. Rian was in this like giggling fit today. It's interesting how his laughs change over time, and so now it's like so dramatic, and him and his brother are giggling so much, and I look over and I'm just like, Rian, where's your brother? He's like, baby, hide and seek, baby, hide and seek. And this happened so quickly. He opens his clothes bag and he's throwing out all the clothes and covering his brother in all of his clothes, like, baby, hide and seek. It's just one of those things where I'm like, so I picked them all up, told him, like, you can play hide and seek with your brother, but not with your clothes. And he totally did it again. And so that's another reason why they're just sitting there. I feel like that's my motivation to go through and get rid of some more. We really have way too much clothes, like less clothes than the average people, but I like him in the same things, you know. So there's some things he'll have like 3 of the same shirt, 3 of the same pair of pants, because I really like them. Kind of like a cartoon character in that way. But yeah, I just kind of want to intuitively talk about this portal and what's been coming up for me. it is a time of rest, you know, like this in between moment for the next chapter. And this next chapter, coinciding with this portal, is said to be a 10-year thing. So really get right and intentional with your energy. And you know, I know a lot of you have been doing a lot of work leading up to now towards like what kind of energy you want to be in. And so now these moments, it's really just to like, okay, like, no, this is what you want. You could go do manifestation things. I'm sure that could help in some way, but really there's already so much momentum, so many things in action. So if you've been doing the work, I'd go so far to say that take this time for rest, you know. Maybe prepare for a trip. I'm preparing for a trip as well. I keep talking about it because I'm so aligned and looking forward to it. But Zen Awakening is this Thursday. Today is Monday, and every trip is an opportunity for me to do little bits of upgrades on the camper. And the upgrade that came in the mail today is a manual faucet. I have been going outside of the norm with how I've been setting up the camper space, because I don't want to run off of gas. You know, I do not want to lug around a generator and have to use gasoline for that either. So I totally cut the gas lines to my refrigerator and my stove and my oven and heater, because I want to just do everything electric. And so you know, when I have electric hookup, it's great because I have all my electric things, but I really want to prepare more for like off-grid things. So I didn't get a electric water pump for the tank that I have, and I got a manual pump that, I mean, it is what I'm saying it is, right? Like, you just manually pump it. And I can open the package, maybe, I don't know. My hands are a little preoccupied right now, but I mean, you get the idea of what a manual pump is. No electricity, just some human power. And so I'm really looking forward to having that available to use for my upcoming trip. It'll make it so much nicer, because I've been using one of these refillable, like 3 gallons. The 5 gallon was way too big with the manual pump on top, but it's taking up counter space, and I have a water reserve underneath. So it's just like, okay, it's definitely time for me to tap into that, and I'm really looking forward to it. And you know, there's some other due diligences to lead up, because this is just like the onset of some travels that I'm doing. I'm taking a longer trip somewhere else, and then also preparing to stay in this close to this area that I'm in right now for a few months. I may do some like short trips, but I'll have a home base to stay for the winter months. And I have some events coming up too, like a series of events that I'm really looking forward to bringing towards the community. And yeah, with this portal, it's just like you've been setting yourself up for a while for what you want, and a great way to receive what you want is to put yourself in a place to receive. So to be really more in like a restful mode, right? So even though I'm going to this festival and I'm going to be doing a couple workshops, that's just like a service. That's something I'm gonna want to do anyways. But for the most part, I'm going to be resting. You know, this is in nature. I'm going to be connecting with people and the earth, and even having my moments of alone time just to like be in that energy. And it's like when you stop putting so many things into motion, because you already have put things into motion, like you don't have to constantly manifest. You are just trusting that the divine is going to be putting everything into place. And so yeah, my message to y'all is just to chill out a little bit, get into a place of receiving the abundance that's coming towards you, because you've been doing a lot. And I feel like I said this prior because it keeps coming up. It's like you have been doing a lot. You've been doing the most. So just prepare to wind down for a little bit. The way I rap is very intuitive. Sometimes I'll have a plan when I do it. Other times I like to just kind of see where it goes and how it flows. And so that's why my pieces are so unique and one of a kind. It's very much like the energy of what I'm feeling when I'm speaking about it, and how the materials want to flow. And, you know, because there's a lot of coiling, the energies are getting embedded into this. And I'm touching a crystal, right? So the intentions are going into it as well. So lovely. This is going to have a lot of ease energy, a lot of receptivity energy for you. I do want to pull a card, some cards in general. Let's see what I want to do with this. I'll show you what I'm doing at the end, or what I decided to do. I like that. I kind of don't want to add any more to the front. So yeah, we'll just leave it at this part right here. My tools are a little bit dull. I've had these for years, and in the travels, they hadn't always been the best of protection. So they're kind of like rusty, which means they kind of like stick. They're just a little harder to use, but you know, I'll get some new tools in the future, maybe when it's time for that. Okay, so yeah, I like that. I did. So this crystal has like some really cool ridges all up here. So I wanted to, you know, go around those a little bit. And then in the back, it's like coiled more. Can't really see these. Well, they're for her anyways, so. There's your crystal. And you can wear it up here, or here, or here, or here, or here, wherever you're going to do. So that's beautiful. Let's see. A little bit of blackberry. Let me put my tools away. That way Rian doesn't come up here and you know, do the things he does. Oh my goodness. So the other day he said something really cute in the car. was doing 1,000,001 errands, and he's like, Mommy, tiny home? Because that's what we call our camper, tiny home. And I was like, oh, darling, we have one more stop, and then we can go. He's like, play with toys at tiny home? I was like, okay, we have one more stop, and then we can go. He's like, make a mess later. Yes, Rian, you can make a mess later. Because that's what playtime is. It's just like, it's a mess sometimes. That's another thing I'm going to be going through. I'm going to be dropping off some of his toys at our winter spot. That way I'm not traveling with it, and that way he'll only have like a few toys. Not a few, a lot still traveling with us. But okay. I'm here. Oh my goodness. He stuffed an affirmation in here. It's gonna be all crinkled. Maybe that's what we're supposed to see. Thank you, Rian. Immediately what I saw was the affirmation part, so I'm gonna read that. I receive that which I have asked for and accept that which I desire. I deserve the best that there is to offer, just as everyone does, and I share my abundance with all. I mean, that's it, right? That's what this portal is about. Like, you have asked for a lot, you've put a lot of energy and motion for those things, and it's coming to you. And the things that are coming to you, they're coming to you because you're not just asking out of the selfishness. The divine knows that by blessing you with this abundance, you're going to continue to spill out onto the collective around you. Your frequency is going to continue to radiate out. So it's so much more inspiring and motivating for the divine to grant that of what you have asked for. Because you do share your abundance with all, and it's really beautiful, and it's what we really need to continue to elevate frequencies. The insight is that there is nothing that can hold you back from that which you truly desire. Become clear in the goals, and then be willing to accept all the responsibilities that go along with them. You can have it all. I absolutely love that. I'm not gonna pull another card because I think this is perfect, and it's typically how I close out any of my readings. So here's Rian and the divine working together. Mom life, crinkled cards. I love it. All right, peace, y'all.